Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the next topic, and the I can say that this is how we can use maths in chemistry. So these are psychometric calculations, and stoichiometry is actually the calculations of reactants and products in a chemical reaction. So in chemistry, we use mathematics while calculating the exact mass of reactants and products. अच्छा, अब इसमें ये है कि if the amounts of the separate reactants are known only, we can calculate the amount of product by using some psychometric techniques. It's actually the quantitative study of reactants and products in a chemical reaction. So basically, it's a Greek word. Stoichioin means element and metron means measure. So tools, जहाँ पर the areas where we can apply the tools of stoichiometry, they are to balance the chemical equation and to calculate the mass of reactants and products. We can calculate the product mass, we can calculate the molecular weight, we can balance the chemical equations, and we can write the formula. So basically, what is the role of chemist in industry? For example, if X product is synthesized in any industry, तो वो X product जो है उसकी all the calculations so that in the end of the day we can get the cost effective product. So वही जो है methodology जो है वो use होती है. तो हमें इन सारी चीज़ों के लिए हम in chemistry we deal with the stoichiometric calculations. So first I'll start and apply these calculations on a very simple thing, and that is the atomic mass and molecular mass. So in this current lecture, I'm going to teach you how to calculate the molecular mass of a compound. The main, skill is that you should know the atomic mass of element. And rest assured you that the atomic, while the question relating to this calculation of molecular mass, atomic masses are given. So atomic masses of elements are given in the question, and by using those atomic masses, you can calculate the molecular mass of the compound. So this you need to remember. So we know that this is the area where the probability of finding the electron is maximum. So inside this area, there are 2 protons and 2 neutrons. ठीक है, तो न्यूट्रॉन्स को हम नॉर्मली लाइट ये टर्कोइज कलर में शो करते हैं नॉर्मली. So these are these are red balls. These are actually positive charge which is concentrated in the nucleus. And you know that these neutrons, they have zero charge. Neutrons का कोई charge नहीं होता, zero होता है. So if we talk about the electrons, so these are actually the negative charges. So 2 protons means that this is the second member of the periodic table, and it is the helium whose atomic mass is जिसको के हम कहते हैं relative atomic mass, और इसका जो abbreviation है that is AR. What is relative atomic mass? AR, it is the mass number, which means that the number of protons and number of neutrons. Okay, center में आप देखेंगे कि this is a nuclear notation. Okay, this is the symbol, and this is known as proton number or Z or atomic number. And why we call it exclusively proton number? Because it shows the total number of protons. I hope you understood this slide. Now let's go to the next slide. Now the target is how to calculate the relative formula mass, which is known as MR. Okay, now this the relative formula mass of a compound is the relative atomic masses of all the elements in the compounds added together. ये एक फॉर्म. अब हम एक एग्जांपल करते हैं टू अंडरस्टैंड दीज टू लाइंस. ठीक है, हम सबसे पहले कैलकुलेट करेंगे द MR ऑफ वाटर. ठीक है, H2O. First of all, you calculate the ratios. Ratio is 2:1. 2 atoms of hydrogen. अच्छा, अब जो atomic number है हाइड्रोजन का, ठीक है, Z जो है इसका वो आ जाता है 1. ठीक है, और A जो है atomic mass, that is equal to 1.08, which is negligible, and we take it as a 1, as a whole number. If I talk about oxygen, so oxygen is 8 is the atomic number and 16 is the atomic mass. ये quantities आपको question में दी जाती हैं. Now how to calculate the MR, relative formula mass? You just add up all these things. तो हम add करते हैं इनको. Let's do the job. 2 multiply by 1. 1 कौन है? The atomic mass. 2 कितने हैं? Number of atoms. Plus 16, which is equal to 18. Right? Which is equal to 18. Therefore, MR, which is called relative formula mass, MR of water is equal to 18. This is the whole objective and the purpose of understanding the atomic mass and how to calculate molecular mass. Okay. Next example करते हैं हम. HCl की ले लेते हैं. Let's take the example of HCl, and then I will upload the sheet of calculating molecular mass along with this lecture. HCl. ठीक है, चले HCl में हाइड्रोजन 1 है, क्लोरीन 35. Let's take sodium hydroxide. Now how many, first of all you identify the kinds of element. तो इसमें सोडियम है. ठीक है, सोडियम के बाद ऑक्सीजन और ऑक्सीजन के बाद हाइड्रोजन. रेशो कितनी है सबकी? 1:1:1. सोडियम का जो एटॉमिक मैस है that is 23. ये आपको हमेशा always we will give you in the question. Oxygen is equal to 16 and hydrogen is equal to 1. So add all the atomic masses. 23 plus 16 plus 1, it is equal to 40. So 40 is the molecular mass of sodium hydroxide. So I will give you some more examples, right? ठीक है, so that you can understand it. Thank you very much.